To rectify the channel's almost 2-year neglect of Disney animation, this video explores 2004's The Lion King 1.5, internationally known as The Lion King 3 Hakuna Matata, the third film in the acclaimed animated Disney franchise, Cinderella. The events of the first Lion King movie, and some prior happenings, are conveyed through the eyes of Timon and Pumbaa. With this altered character focus comes an unsurprising prioritization of comedy that the writers expertly navigate through a calculated blend of swift, witty dialogue, absurd, intelligent, self-referential segments, mainly courtesy of Timon and Pumbaa's Mystery Science Theatre-esque commentary while watching the movie, and restrained bursts of surprisingly creative toilet gags. Being inspired by Tom Stoppard's Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead, the film also offers depth, sometimes in a subtle fashion, such as when young Simba mentions experiencing nightmares, which we view as led to assume stem from the death of his father Mufasa. Oh, yeah, by the way, Simba's father Mufasa dies in the first Lion King movie, sorry, spoilers. Also, while I'm spoiling things, as of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. In other scenes, the depth is more explicit, such as the sadness of Timon's backstory, or the more jovial moments devoted to Timon and Pumbaa raising Simba. The humour and heart is heightened by the voice performances. The likes of Nathan Lane, Ernie Sabella, Matthew Broderick, Cheech Marin, Whoopi Goldberg, and the late Robert Guillaume capably reprise their respective roles. Meanwhile, newcomers such as Julie Kavner, the voice of Marge Simpson, provides sentimentality as Timon's mother. I just think she's neat. Sorry about that. Julie Kavner just walked in when I was recording and said, I just think she's neat. Hear that? She did it again. And the late Jerry Stiller, not the voice of Marge Simpson, displays impeccable comic timing, Your Majesty, as the voice of Uncle Max. Moira Kelly also returns, but Nala's role is much smaller this time around. These performances are complemented by richly detailed, warmly coloured, expressively animated visuals, almost equal to the first movies, and welcome musical numbers, such as the energetically rhythmic Digatana, Timon's joyfully theatrical That's All I Need, and the authentic, impassioned rendition of The Lion Sleeps Tonight. The film version is even better than my version, imagine that. In spite of these many assets, lesser points are apparent. The film introduces certain continuity issues. Timon and Pumbaa's role in the battle for Pride Rock is totally rewritten, and according to this film, Timon met and meaningfully interacted with Rafiki before he'd even met Pumbaa, while the first Lion King implies they'd never met before the end of that movie. The alterations to the Pride Rock battle may have been deliberate on the parts of Timon and Pumbaa in-universe to create a more amusing story, but if this was the film's intention, it's not made clear. And even with this excuse in place, the Rafiki and Timon friendship discrepancy caused by this sequel remains unexplained. As my grandmother always used to say, it never really made sense until now. I've been wondering why she said that for years. Another slight disappointment is the underuse of the hyenas, who, thanks to Scar's now limited screen time, are essentially the main threat, an idea which is barely explored and would have benefited from even one additional scene. Because of these issues, this isn't my favourite home video exclusive Disney sequel. That coveted position is held by another title. Although, maybe controversially, despite the first Lion King being an objectively worthier picture than this sequel, I received similar enjoyment levels from both films, albeit for different reasons, and only marginally prefer the original movie. Therefore, The Lion King 1.5, aka Lion King 3 Hakuna Matata, receives a rating based purely on personal taste, as opposed to technical critical merit, of 8 out of 10, recommended to fans of Disney animation or affectionate semi-parodies that nonetheless tell interesting stories. For those interested, the film is available on Disney+. Thanks for watching, and if I don't see you next time, I'll assume that you're watching this film on a whim. Baway, a whim, 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 baway, a whim. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. In the jungle, the quiet jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Wee, a bum away.